So I said when it's sloshy and wet, it's just not as much fun.
Oh, it sounds like it would be to me.
Welcome back to Hashtag Just Sayin. I was talking about when your socks get wet.
Oh.
There's nothing grosser than having like a wet sock or a wet shoe.
Oh, I can't stand that.
You know, and that feeling, it's like squishy. Yeah, and you're just like, oh, I'm very uncomfortable right now. You know.
Just the thought of it makes me want to change my sock.
Exactly right. But that's not what we're here to tell you. Because you good folk probably already know that. Let me get the horn out of the way. We record the first 20 to 30 on video and to throw it up on YouTube. So you can jump on YouTube and catch the first 20 to 30 of the podcast. Plus, we also have like Urbex type videos, and they're good, and you should check them out.
Yes.
And if you're already on YouTube, it's probably a simple click away. And also, YouTube people, you can catch the full show on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Play.
Wait on.
I'm just gonna, I tell you all the time, like, we should just have an insert of Joe doing the whole, ring the bell! Ring the bell for notification. I don't know where the bell is. But anyway, get notified. So I was debating a lot of this week about whether or not I was going to tell you, not you specifically, but you, the good people, this story. And I told this story to a friend of mine last night, and she almost peed laughing. So I said, maybe it's worth it to tell it, because perhaps it's funny. I don't know. Well, perhaps my friend was just in a silly mood. Did you just tigger me?
Yeah.
You just tiggered me. I didn't expect that. You're like, suffering succotash.
Oh, shit.
So, you're the one over there doing the tigger impression that I didn't know existed.
I'm full of surprises.
I guess. So here's the deal. I had, and this is past tense at this point, but I had a bed from IKEA. Now, raise your hand if you've bought IKEA furniture. IKEA furniture is, I consider it to be like temporary furniture. Because it's really not meant to be long-term furniture. Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to actually give good advice to people. Actually, this is actually really good advice, right? If you are in a relationship, right, and you're considering, like, getting married.
Married?
Yes. Here's a good thing to do. Go and get some furniture that you have to put together. Seriously. Because if you're still a couple by the time that furniture is together, you are marriage material.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nothing is more stressful than putting together furniture. And it's especially IKEA furniture. Putting together IKEA furniture stresses me out to the point because there's the smile guy with no torso and thumbs, and he's got his bookshelf looking pretty, and mine looks like a science experiment. And I'm like, what the fudge?
An elementary shop class project.
Yes. It's like, well, what kid did this? Did they get a good grade?
Well, you gotta see for trying.
I got a check plus. Check minus, actually.
Checkmate.
So we had this IKEA bed for roughly like 5-6 years, right? Which is a long time for an IKEA bed, by the way. Now, last year, on one side of the bed, it had come apart at the corner from the, what would you call that, baseboard? Mm-hmm. The footboard, whatever, from the side rail. And it was only, because it's IKEA furniture, it was only, like, together by, like, little wooden dowels.
Together again. Yeah.
Together. Da-da-da-da-together. Anyway.
Identical cousins. They walk alike, they talk alike. Both how you do.
So, friggin', so the IKEA loves to make you use little dowels.
Boo!
So the whole thing was together by like at the baseball by like little wooden dolls, and I don't know what had occurred, but in the middle of the night it broke, and this was back when Jay worked Sundays. It was a Saturday in the wee hours, so it was. I go walking in the middle of the night. It was the middle of the night. Bed separates. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. So we pull, we tried actually for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. You're about to spit your drink out. What? I don't even know. So.
Well, I just did.
Oh, okay. So, we finally just said, you know what, he's got to get up and go to work. I want to sleep. So we kind of pulled the mattress on the floor and slept on the floor. And then in the morning, I looked at a YouTube video and figured out how to fix it. Boom, fixed, right? So, again on Saturday night, I don't know what it is with my bed breaking on a Saturday night. And do not interject because I have there's a B side to this story, and you will laugh. So, the bed breaks again.
The B.
The other side breaks, right? So now I'm like, you know what? I just look at Jay and I'm like, okay, we're not even gonna mess with this. Let's put the mattress on the floor. I already know how to fix it. We'll fix it in the morning, and that'll be that. And he goes, okay. So we pull the mattress on the floor. By the way, I have like a 20-foot foam mattress, by the way. So we pull the mattress on the floor. We sleep on the floor. We get up. Jay goes to the store. I tell him what to get. He comes back. We fix it. It's fine. Put the mattress back on the bed. And then Jay looks at me and goes, good. He goes, because we were really looking like squatters in our own home. He goes, it was like we were just not supposed to be here, and we were just sleeping on the floor. I said, Sean and I have been in so many abandoned buildings where there have been mattresses on the floor. It's been nasty.
Feel free to check those out.
Yeah. Oh, hey, boom. So, right. So I look at Jay, and I said, you know what? I am done fixing this shitty IKEA bed. I can't do this anymore. I was like, it's going to be the other two corners soon. Mm-hmm. I was like, we fix the other two corners now, or why don't we just get a whole new frame, right? So he's like, okay. So I go online, I order a new frame, all glorious reviews. I'm like, okay. It's not supposed to be, it's not going to be like a bed frame that I keep like for generations, but it's for now, and it's fine, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So Sunday, I was at my parents' house, and I was talking to my mom. And I said, Jay and I had to order a new bed frame. And she goes, why? And I said, well, Saturday night, the bed broke again. And she goes, what were you doing? And I said, we were talking. And she goes, mm-hmm. And I said, no. We were talking. And she goes,
role-playing.
And she goes, yep. And I went, no. Like, I just got really insistent, and I'm like, we were just talking. And she goes, talking don't break beds. And I went, what the And I was like, if we were doing anything else, I would not have told you this story. And she goes,
cool.
And she goes, yeah, I don't believe you. She's like, I know how to break beds. That's not how you break beds. I'm like, Mom, gross. Why are you saying this to me? She's like, I'm just saying. That's not how you break beds. And I'm like, this is how this bed breaks. It's IKEA. And she goes, well, IKEA is shit. And I said, I know. That's why we have to get a new bed. And she's like, well, there you go.
Oh my
it's
God.
like IKEA, the bed you can break while speaking to someone.
So, how was your day? Thump.
Yeah, it's like, bam. We were literally just talking. It was horrible. I'm like, what the fudge? Oh, so that's been my fun-tastic week. Yeah. I forgot one thing. One thing. In last week's episode, thank you for listening / watching. It actually did quite well.
Yay.
I'm very pleased.
Me
but
too.
one little nugget that I forgot to give you one little nugget that I forgot to give you people about my vacation, was that the hotel room Which, like,
we booked that bed, too.
No. It had a very bouncy bed.
It was a trampoline.
And that's exactly how I was saying it. I'm like, this bed is like sleeping on a trampoline. And it fudged up my back. I'm trying not to swear as much.
Oh,
Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Thank you. Fuck. I'm trying not to swear as much. Yeah, I know. Well, YouTube is like I said, we do the first few minutes on YouTube, and they've been cracking down on, like, what do you call that? Just language and stuff. And I'm like, what is going on YouTube? They don't want anybody to have any kind of fun.
No.
So, anyway, so I was telling a friend of mine about the room, and she goes, oh, well, was it like did it look like 70s decor and stuff? And I said, no, it wasn't like 70s decor, it was fine. I was like, my issue was the bouncy bed. I was like, but I judged it by, you always judge a place by, like, the bathroom. The bathroom was clean. The only problem with the bathroom, and I can't stress this enough, is it had a really low toilet. Now, for a guy, that just means a little bit of adjustment, right? What do you stand further away? I don't know how you deal with being, but for a lady, there's a lot more involved when the toilet's lower. Now, I know. Now, I'm like 5'7", right? And so the toilet did not yet come up to my knee. That's how low this bitch was. My knee was higher than the toilet. And I'm like, this is 12 shades of ridiculous. I gotta do like a lower down pulley system just to pee. This is horrible. What is happening? Are you trying not to choke?
Yes.
Terrific. Oh. So, I forgot to tell you that, and I thought it was funny. We got away last week without having a bathroom story. But I screwed that up this week, didn't I? You're turning pink.
Oh, I always do.
Yeah, he's pink.
Oh.
Lovely shade of pink. Now, moving on to other things. Because there's something I heard earlier today. And it's been confirmed, so this is a true thing. Because you're going to think I'm lying to you.
It's online. It's got to be true.
No, it's been confirmed by the company. And we'll get there. So, Disney has announced, because they want to do all kinds of like content for their Disney Plus app thing, for the subscription thing. So they are going to have a new show with the adventures of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
But guess who's playing Obi-Wan Kenobi? Can you guess?
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh. No, but brilliant casting. That would be weird.
Oh, yes,
Jeff Goldblum in a Star Wars film? Holy shnikes. I can't fake swear anymore. I gotta actually... Holy shit. I've been trying not to be cursing, and I can't not...
Holy shnikes. You sound like Chris Farley.
Yeah, that was like the first non-swear that came out, and now I hate myself because I said that. But, I mean, like, seriously. Okay, I will tell you, so we're not here all day.
Good.
But now I want to see Jeff Goldblum in a Star Wars movie because he's so... I can't do a good Jeff Goldblum impression, but if you've seen Jeff Goldblum, you can just picture it in your mind now, and you know it would be fantastic. I know! He likes to, like, touch people. He's fucking weird. Okay. It's the casting is not even funny. It's brilliant. Ewan McGregor.
Well, that works out. Yeah. He was him.
Yes, he was.
He knows how to play him.
Yes, he does.
Yay.
Yes.
Good for them.
So I was skeptic, and then I saw there was actually going to be going to be Ewan McGregor.
Nice.
And I went, I'm on board. I'm on board now. That's how they got me. I was like, that's great.
Second it.
I was actually pretty excited about it.
Second it.
Great. That's like all the entertainment news I have right now. I got somebody who knows who they are told me that the new Pennyworth show was really good. I haven't seen it yet. I guess it's on like Epix or something. From what I hear, I don't even know if I have that channel. Yeah, it's like I don't know, but I don't know. I'm in the middle of
In the middle of
You're killing me with that song tonight. We didn't even hear that song. I wasn't even playing Billy Joel earlier. No, I'm in the middle of like finishing. I'm in the middle of like finishing other shows, trying to wrap shit up. Oh my god. No. This is gross. So don't eat while I tell you this. you just.
I got nothing to eat.
Good. No, I don't mean you. I mean everybody else.
Okay.
I don't mean you. Self-centered. Talking about them. Don't eat while I tell you this. So on Thursdays, I've been watching this show called Gordon Ramsay Uncharted. Right? It airs on like National Geographic. And
commercials.
What is it?
I've seen commercials.
Oh yeah. I record it because it's on like Sundays or some weird time, so it's much easier to just record and watch it.
Yeah.
At my leisure. Holy crap. It's like okay, we watch it like all right, so like we watch like as I'm finishing dinner. I was like, I'll put it on. It's not something you should really watch while you eat. The premise of the show is that Gordon Ramsay goes to all these crazy places.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Learns, like, the culture of their food and then cooks, like, the food that's, like, indigenous to that area. And it usually involves bugs and something weird. So, this past week, he was in, like Peru or something. Someplace weird.
Drink.
Yeah. I don't remember where it was, honestly. But it was weird. No. You know what? It was New Zealand. He was in New Zealand. He went to an island off New Zealand. It was owned by this, like, indigenous tribe or something. So this woman who's, like, I don't know, a member of this tribe, and she's lived there forever, and she's also a chef, took him around and made him, like, climb up a tree to get these itty-bitty frickin' berries. And she's like, you'll love these berries. You know, and, like, the thing about Gordon Ramsay is that even, like, you and I would just be like, oh, yeah, it's a great berry, I guess. Fucking Gordon Ramsay gets excited about the weirdest shit. Like, he went up this tree, and he ate this berry, and he goes, oh, my. That is delicious. Oh, my. This is great. This is brilliant. And I'm like, it's just a berry, Gordon. My God, you're easily impressed. Maybe it was because he had to climb up a tree to get it.
Could be acting.
But he has to be. He has to be. But he's just everything. He's like, oh my, this is delicious. This is brilliant. This is fantastic.
This was worth me climbing up a fucking tree.
It really was. So, there was. I'm gonna tell you about this because this is the like kind of show this is. So she goes, oh, there are these little grubs that we eat. Everybody knows what a grub is. We're all on board. He goes, you eat them? And she goes, yeah, they're great. And then she goes, they taste like peanut butter. So now he's on board. He's like, oh, yeah, let's get these. I want to try it. He's game for anything. He's just like, what do you got? I'll eat it.
Yeah.
So she takes a shovel and makes him break up this old wood, and then they find 2 grubs. Of course they find 2, right? So she gets one and he gets one, and she's telling him how to eat it, and he's like, wait.
Just eat it.
And then he goes, wait, you eat it raw? And she's like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to eat it. And he's like, oh, and for just a minute, he looks like he's going to wimp out. But then she pops it in her mouth. And then I looked at my friend. No. And then I looked at my friend and I said, now he has to do it. Because she did it. And now he's going to look like a wuss if he doesn't do it. So he goes, Peanut butter, huh? And she's like, yup. So he pops it in his mouth. He's chewing for like 0.2 seconds and then goes, boom, spits it, goes flying, and he's rubbing his mouth like, ugh. And then he looks at her and goes, what kind of peanut butter do you eat? I was dying laughing because she's like, you didn't think it tasted like peanut butter? And he's like,
that was bloody disgusting.
Yeah, he's like, no. That fucking
raw.
The big thing was that he now had to make a meal for the tribe from all these indigenous things that he learned from the land. So she is cooking beside him. She's got her own station. It was like they were going to cook separately but together. So she's got those grubs and she's making the thing. And she's like, my sauce will taste like peanut butter. And I look in the bowl and she's mixing nuts with it. And I'm like, of course it's going to taste like peanut butter. You're mixing nuts with it. Anything will taste like peanut butter if you mix nuts with it. So she mixes it, and it's going to be like some kind of cover sauce. And she goes over to him with a little spoon, and she's like, here, taste it. And he goes... and then he...
Nothing.
No, and then he goes... It does taste like peanut butter. And I'm just yelling at the TV like, she mixed it with a bag of nuts. I was like, yes, it's going to taste like peanut butter.
So a wrinkle.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, Gordon. Yeah, but it's an interesting show, I guess. Just to see him do all kinds of crazy shit. I was like, oh my God. He was trying to catch an eel, and the fucking eel looked like... Oh my God. I was like, what the hell? And he's like knee deep in this water, and the guy's, and then he looks at his guide and he's like, do these eels have teeth? And the guy's like, yep. And he goes, will it bite me? And he goes, oh. He goes, we'll find out. I'm like, oh my God. That is the last thing I'd want to hear. I'm in this eel's house. And he's like, will it bite me? Oh.
Now I come in.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Bite me.
Oh, I got a lot more. That story lasted a lot longer than I wanted it to, but that's okay. He's an interesting... I know why he has 100 shows. He's an interesting guy. Yeah. I was literally watching him just like try to catch an eel and eat a grub. And I was mesmerized. I'm like...
It was different to see when he had that Hotel Hell thing.
I liked the Hotel Hell show.
Except for the first episode with the whole all red...
Oh, too much red is very stressful on the eyes.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Will it bite me? Oh. Do they have teeth? Yep. Alright, so what do you got?
Something totally different.
That's fine. We can 100% switch gears.
I thought this one was a little interesting, so I printed it out. Well, copied and pasted and printed it out like I usually do.
Yep.
Because it could be debatable.
Debatable?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the judge of that.
Most beloved kids' movies of the 80s.
Ooh, okay.
And I do this to kids, because some of these I don't even think kids should be watching. A few, yes. Others, okay. I'm not sure. That's why. That's why you get the PG type of thing. Parental guidance.
Okay.
First one is Goonies.
I like Goonies. It's a good movie.
It is. Not for kids. Depends on the age.
There's not anything bad in it. Right?
Not entirely. Except for a couple of stiffs getting shot and...
Oh, well, yeah.
The Vitellis being a little violent to each other.
Well,
pulling guns on each other, slapping each other in the face like Three Stooges.
I was going to say, like a bad Three Stooges sketch.
It even says The Goonies is arguably the best kids movie of the 80s. The Steven Spielberg directed flick, which follows a group of youngsters on a mission to find a long-lost treasure in hopes of saving them.
One-eyed Willie.
Willie. Truly defined a generation. In 2017, the 1985 film was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress for being, quote, culturally, historically significant.
Culturally?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
One thing I always remember is it was filmed in Astoria, Oregon.
Yes.
Which was where they shot Kindergarten Cop, too.
Really? Oh.
Yep.
Bonus facts.
I saw a video about like a little behind the scenes type of thing.
Yeah.
With Goonies a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And if you stand in front of the house that was used for Mikey's house, and you look diagonally across, you can see the school that was used for Kindergarten Cop.
Wow, it's like they scouted the same area.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just use that neighborhood.
Next one is E.T.
Okay. I'm going to disagree. E.T. is, while it is technically a children's movie, I think it's fucking traumatizing. Don't spit out your Gatorade. It's true. It's fucking traumatizing. He practically dies.
Yeah.
That's not what you want in a children's movie. Trauma. Although Disney does it all the goddamn time. Seriously, how many Disney movies have you seen? Like, they've either lost a parent or the step-parent is evil. That's like the basis of all their films.
Even some of the cartoon ones.
Yeah. Mufasa dies. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not a spoiler. That movie's been out a long time. Yeah, I can't think of more. But it's true.
I'm sure if we took some time, we could find out.
Oh, I'm sure, but I'm not to be bothered. So, E.T., the story about the extraterrestrial who liked Reese's Pieces.
Thanks for reminding me.
You seemed very happy about that. No shit.
I got some today.
Oh my god, they're warm.
I got some at work this afternoon. I got a snack.
You do have a snack.
Ta-da!
Sponsor us. The official podcast of Reese's Pieces. I don't have a tagline for this. Official podcast of Reese's Pieces. Go in peace. That's all I got. Hey.
Hey, the podcast will make you laugh into pieces.
Oh, pieces.
E.T. the Extraterrestrial, it makes the list thanks to its timeless story of friendship. One of the greatest movies of all time.
Traumatizing.
1982 Steven Spielberg directed film following Elliot, a young boy who befriends an alien stranded on Earth. Elliot and his siblings work to get E.T. back to his home planet, all while avoiding the government.
Letting children know early that the government is evil.
E.T. grossed nearly $800 million on a $10 million budget.
$800 million in 1982 money? I want to know how much that is.
Probably double or triple now.
Yeah. Jesus. Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Next one, The Princess Bride.
I love that movie! As you wish. I always say that.
It tells the story of farmhand Wesley who must rescue his love, Princess Buttercup.
Played by Cary Elwes. That was the first thing I ever saw him and thought he was hot. Well, he's British.
That explains everything.
He's British. He automatically won with me.
Let's see. Must rescue his love, Princess Buttercup. My little buttercup has the sweetest smile.
Well, it's played by Robin Wright Penn, so no.
From the evil prince
Humperdinck. I don't even need to look at the thing. She's got to save him from Prince Humperdinck because Humperdinck wants to marry Buttercup, right?
I was trying to say with a laugh.
So, Wesley parades around as this guy called the Dread Pirate Roberts, and he scares everybody. There you go. So his thing is he's got to get to the castle and stop the wedding with the help of Billy Crystal, who plays a sorcerer, and Mandy Patinkin, who has the biggest catchphrase throughout the whole movie, which is "My name is Nino Montoya. You kill my father, prepare to die." And Andre the Giant.
Yep, that's the only thing about that I remember.
Ta-da! Oh, and Carol Kane's in it too.
Ooh.
She plays I think it's a Rob Reiner film.
I thought she was cute in License to Drive and Scrooged.
Oh, yeah, Scrooged. Yeah.
Along the way, he encounters quite a few fascinating and sometimes mythical characters.
Mm-hmm.
The 1987 flick, starring Carrie Ells and Robin White, has an adventure, romance, fantasy, and more, all contributing to its induction into the National Film Registry in 2016.
It's a good movie. It's a cute movie.
Cute.
It is. It's a cute movie.
Next is The Little Mermaid.
Speaking of Disney and traumatizing children, now the moral of The Little Mermaid is this girl is so desperate she will literally give up her voice so that she can go on land and live with some schlum. He's hot, so she's like, well, I won't talk anymore. It's true.
Makes me think of Splash.
Essentially, that's what it is. What is it? Ursula, I think, is the bad person in that, and she's like, well, you can breathe out of water because she's a fucking mermaid. She's like, you can breathe out of water and have legs and stuff like that, but it'll cost you a voice.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she gives up her voice so she can go and, be part of the upper world or whatever you want to call it, and be with this dude.
So she gave
That's a bad lesson.
So she gives up the voice and says,
yeah. I know. I was just about to do that too. Exactly. It's just silly. Yeah, so it's all hand motion. She's a sign language. She should have learned sign language. Might have helped. Singing crab.
Hit theaters in 1989.
Yeah.
The Disney movie follows teen mermaid Ariel, who dreams of being human as she falls and makes sacrifices for land-bound Prince Eric.
Her voice.
Little Mermaid is often credited for starting the Disney Renaissance era, thanks to its critical acclaim, strong storytelling, and out-of-this-world vocal numbers.
Was
in
it,
fact,
though?
the movie was so popular, a live-action remake is in the pipeline.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's already been...
Oh,
yeah, it's already been... Disney has basically announced they're doing live-action copies of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that happening?
Yeah, it's already basically happened.
Mm-hmm.
They did the Lion King, they did the Jungle Book, they did Dumbo, which I don't think Dumbo did very well. Michael Keaton's in that.
Well, it
Sean's opening his Reese's Pieces. That's the noise you're hearing right now.
Yep.
Couldn't wait, huh? He's like, I gotta get in these now.
Nope.
That's cool. Peanut buttery. You gonna be able to eat those after I just told you about the peanut butter grub?
Bloody try.
Yeah. Brilliant. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. It's fantastic. I love it. Amazing. Amazing.
Next one's The Land Before Time.
A lot of kids like The Land Before Time.
I never watched it.
Me neither. It was about dinosaurs.
Let's see, it was 1988. I was busy watching Freddy's Nightmares.
I know that's not what I was watching.
And the cop show Hunter on Saturday.
1988. Let's see. I was 13, 14. I don't know what I was doing. I don't remember what I was doing last week. Except that I had a low toilet. I can't remember. So Land Before Time, it's about dinosaurs. That's all I know.
The 88 film tells the story of Littlefoot, a young, quote, longneck who is orphaned and must flee in search of the Great Valley with his dinosaur friends. Executive produced by Steven Spielberg. Again, wow, he's really on this list like a whore.
He had his hand in a lot of pies.
He even says in parentheses, he really is the king of the 80s, isn't he?
I guess.
So produced by Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
The Land Before Time spawned 13 direct-to-video sequels, a TV series, and a heap of merchandise.
Heap.
Here's one that we all love.
Let's do it.
Christmas Story.
You got a deal. Holy crap, that's a good movie.
It's not only a great 80s kids movie, it's also a great Christmas movie, comedy, family-friendly film, and more.
You know what's interesting about that kind of movie, though? Is that when you're a kid, the things that you identify with and the things that you think are funny. Mm-hmm. And then you get older and you're like, I'm totally on the dad's side on this one. He should have fucking punched him in the face. Like, you lost all the lug nuts. I would murder you. Oh my God.
That was the dad's fault, and he blamed the kid.
No, it was a kid's fault.
He was holding like this, and dad's hand went like that.
Who holds something like this?
That's how he told him to do it.
No, he said just hold it like this so I can put the nuts in it. He didn't tell him how to hold it with his hands underneath it.
Sure.
I'd have popped him in the face.
I really give him a reason to say fuck.
4 minutes. Time me.
It seems like longer than he gets in the car. 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Because he had to look for all the lug nuts that stupid kid spilled all around. Like, jeez.
The other thing is, he said then they were gone.
All
no,
gone.
They're right there. You're just not looking for them.
Oh, well, he doesn't have to.
Pick them up.
He doesn't have to. He's got to go to the car and wait to be killed.
You know when your son just said...
No.
Randy!
I know. It's like the things that I think now about, like, I'm just like, oh yeah, I would lose my cool about that too. My God. And have you ever, like, been in your house or something and like the whole furnace thing too? When he's like, oh goddamn furnace, he's running downstairs. I get it. Yeah. It's
no
like
Monday noodle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the things you hear.
Yeah.
No Monday noodle.
It's like, yeah, he's got a Yosemite Sam swear, like I was doing at the beginning of the show. But it's like, something breaks in the house, and it's like, oh my God, seriously? I can't handle this. I'm on board, 100%.
The 83 flick follows Ralphie Parker, a young boy who's busy dodging bullies, bonding with his parents, and dreaming of his ideal Christmas gift, a Red Ryder air rifle. Christmas Story has become so popular over the years that TNT and TBS has aired 24-hour marathons of the film, 12 consecutive airings on both Christmas Eve and Day, every year since 1997.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it deserves to be there.
Yeah. 22 years later.
You know what? Here's the thing. I shouldn't say this.
Say it.
But I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Every year, I get just a little bit nervous. Because...
That's what happens when you have birthdays.
Somebody comes out and says something like, well, they shouldn't air this because,
Well, these days everybody has to stick up their ass about everything from the past.
I mean, like last year, some kid did something and it wasn't even related to the movie. But this person tried to completely tie it together and go, they shouldn't do a marathon because of this. This kid did this thing that wasn't even related to this film. And it's like, my gosh. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's just how I feel about things. I don't think taking away things is the answer to anything.
No.
Sean's like, I'm not saying shit. You are out there. It's cold out here alone, It is cold out here and I have no jacket.
Baby, it's cold outside.
They banned that song because they say it's about rape. I don't know. I don't know.
I just hear him begging her to stay. That's all.
Sean, he just wants company and maybe some coffee.
Right. It's cold and you don't want to be alone.
Well, the original song was actually...
She wants to do it, she'll tell you.
She will tell you in between the eggnog.
Yeah, she might change her mind and be on you before you know it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The original song was done by a husband and wife. Mm-hmm. So in context, it's a completely different song when you look at it that way. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. It's
and over the years, you get so many duets.
Yeah. Every year they try to, ban Charlie Brown because of bullying. And fucking...
Yeah, you gotta ban so much more of the 80s and 90s.
Oh, I know. Well, they've been trying to get rid of 16 Candles, too, because they say it's, stereotypic... They say it's, racist. Stereotypical stuff.
What, because of Long Duck Dong?
Yeah. And it's some things are just a product of their time.
Well, it's not like the old movie that they had in the older days when Jerry Lewis played an Asian. I could see something like that.
There was a movie, what is it, Breakfast at Tiffany's? That Mickey Rourke played an Asian. He played an Asian neighbor.
See?
And it wasn't like he was like, hey, I'm Asian. It was like, I won't even do it because that's horrible. But you know exactly what you would do. Uh-huh. He did all the horrible things. Mm-hmm. And you just go, who's casting this?
That's when you can look at it as being wrong.
Yeah, but it's like, oh.
When you have a non-Asian playing an Asian.
Yeah.
Then you can say all you want about it now.
Yeah. But I don't know. It gets...
People keep forgetting this was the 80s when movies like 16 Candles was done.
Yeah.
We weren't bitching about shit like that
we
then.
weren't bitching. What I say is that it was the culture
Look at
was
Animal
different.
House.
I love Animal House. I will look at it all day. What would you like me to see? Tim Matheson is in it. He was fine. Tim Matheson in Animal House was a sight. Mm-hmm. Well, hey. He was hot. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he wasn't British.
Oh, you had a thing for a non-British.
I know, finally. An American seeps through.
If I had a flag right now, I'd wave it.
Yeah. So what were you going to say about Animal House? I have a feeling
just the fact that the way it was. Just in general, like...
Yeah.
So much in that I'm sure people would be bitching about now, but...
Oh, definitely.
Back then we weren't. During the 80s and 90s we weren't.
Well, I mean, because it's like, oh, it's a screwball comedy and blah, blah, blah. There's this thing
of that time period.
Right. There's this thing that my dad keeps getting me to watch, and I might watch it. I have no time this weekend, but I might watch it next week. CNN did this thing. It's called like CNN at the movies or something, if you have the ability to watch it. And they take all the decades, and they break down like the most famous movies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Well, for the 70s, they talked to Mel Brooks. Because Mel Brooks did a little film in the 70s called Blazing Saddles. Which is a good movie. A great movie. But can be very difficult to watch if you have the mindset of today.
Yes.
Right?
You need our mindset.
you need a
20 plus years ago.
You need a different mindset. And yes. I mean, I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying that if you can look at it from a different point of view.
A certain point of view?
Yeah. And I mean, there were a lot of those jokes. Richard Pryor helped him write some of it. And he would run jokes by Richard Pryor and be like, "Can I say this?" And Richard would go, "No, you can't say that."
I can say that. You can't say that.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he'd go away and he'd write something else and come back. But I always thought it was a great movie. And then, but it's like, if you look at it with the eyes of today, you go, "Oh my God."
You probably turn it off in 10 minutes. And
they asked Mel Brooks, they said, "Could you do this movie now?" And he said, "Absolutely not." Mm-hmm. He's like, "They would never let me make this movie now." You know?
No chance in hell.
Right. And I mean, probably some of these movies on this list, even though they're like kid-type movies, they probably couldn't make them now. I mean, take A Christmas Story, because we were just talking about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's about a kid who wants a BB gun.
It's bad enough they did Christmas Story too.
Oh, Get Out of Town. Did they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They did that in like the 90s and it was freaking horrible.
Oh, I feel sick.
It's supposed to be Lifey's
Ralphie's
life as a young teenager.
Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Don't waste your time on part 2.
No, that sounds horrible.
Anyone.
That sounds horrible.
You want to torture somebody, you just lock them in a room and put that on. Yeah.
Lock them in a room. Yeah.
That's all you get. Bam.
So you want to try to continue with the list?
Yeah, we can do 2 more.
Okay.
There's still a few more after that, but that can be for next time.
All right.
Karate Kid.
Okay. Well, here's a quick promo.
Ooh.
Because Sean and I did a whole review of Karate Kid, right? So if you're listening on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, or Google Play, you can search for that #reviews. And if you're on YouTube, it will be under the reviews playlist. We make it so easy.
Yes. Just like we make it easy to subscribe.
Hey, ring the bell. All I have to say about this is that I'll say kind of what I said in the review, but I'm going to paraphrase my own self. Where I said, he was at that party, those bullies were doing nothing to him, they weren't doing anything to him, they would just go in the bathroom to roll their joints and smoke their tweeds, mirror puff, whatever it was they were going to do.
Johnny was rolling a joint in the stall.
Right. And then he tiptoes in there and ruins their whole party. And then they go and beat the shit out of him. And he deserved it. He deserved it.
He deserved a regular, fight.
Oh, he absolutely deserved it.
It's like... He got something a little more vicious than that, though.
In the 80s, that weed was probably very expensive. And he just dumped a shit ton of hose water on it. Like, what do you want? Yes, you're going to get beat up.
It was cool to see that one of them had some compassion. Really? The one that says, Johnny, leave him alone, man. He's had enough. And Johnny's like, I'll decide when he has enough, man.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Johnny?
He ruined his weed. He'll decide.
Pay good money for that shit.
Exactly. Some punk.
But yeah, with the way the movie is,
mm-hmm.
I guess, to me, there should be a certain age where you would start letting them watch something like this.
Karate Kid?
Yeah, for scenes like that when they beat the hell out of him. Because Johnny's fighting him with intent to kill.
There are consequences to actions. That's what that lesson is.
the kick that Johnny went to put to Daniel's face before Miyagi jumped in. Mm-hmm. They said in the behind-the-scenes interviews that I saw, that was the type of kick that if he actually made contact with his face, you'd be dead. You'd actually die from that.
Oh, well.
It's a real vicious kick.
I'm not advocating that, but I am just saying. So they were minding their own business, and he poked a bee's nest.
Poked? He stabbed a stick through the goddamn hive.
He set the bee's nest on fire.
Daniel started the fire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Karate Kid, parentheses, a.k.a. the reason we all begged our parents to take martial arts classes, is one of the best 80s flicks ever. The 1984 film follows Daniel LaRusso, a teenager who learns karate from Mr. Miyagi in order to defend himself and compete in a tournament against his bullies. Which is another reason why people would be arguing the movie now, because of bullying.
Well, I'm not advocating bullying.
No, me either.
At all. I'm just saying.
Zoe.
Yeah. It's like...
It's not only a critical and commercial success that grossed $91 million, but a vehicle that made Ralph Macchio one of the major teen heartthrobs of the decade.
All right.
Next one. No 80s kids film would not be complete without Back to the Future.
Okay.
Sci-fi flick, which was made by Steven Spielberg.
Jeez.
Was whoring out this list. It's truly one of a kind. Michael J. Fox stars as Marty McFly, teenager who accidentally travels back in time from 85 to 55.
Tries to have sex with his mom.
She tries to have sex with him.
Nah. It was somebody was trying to do something.
Leah Thompson said in an interview, she tried to play the character Lorraine as like a cat in heat.
Listen, it was uncomfortable. Because you're like, ew, that's your son.
And if you watch, he kind of resists. And he's surprised as fuck when she's kissing him. He's like,
yeah. Ew.
And then she said, kissing you is like kissing my brother.
Gross. Is it the one in jail, or?
I don't know.
Get used to these bars.
That makes you kind of think, if she's kissing him like that in the car, then says that, how is she kissing her brother?
I don't want to know. Because it's Jason Hervey, and he was kind of gross.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I always thought he was.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Wayne!
Christopher Lloyd also co-stars in the film as scientist Dr. Emmett Doc Brown. The inventor of the time-traveling DeLorean car, Back to the Future, was so popular it became the highest-grossing film in 1985, earning $381 million worldwide.
Boom.
Also spawned an entire franchise, including 2 sequels, an animated series, a theme park ride, several video games and comic books, and an upcoming stage musical.
Back in Time, the musical.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm all set with that. My goodness.
Well, that's when I'm going to stop the list there.
Okay.
There's a few others, but...
Well. Boom. It is time. We went a little bit long for YouTube. Bonus footage. Hope you enjoyed it. Get yourself some Reese's Pieces. For Sean, we'll just make a trail to your comment. Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I wore a different shirt tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I did too.
Yeah. We will see you next time. Sean's got something to tell you. Scarecrow, I'll miss you most of all. Change your shirt.
Have a good everything.